I'm going to apologize early. Just had an epiphany to do a dynamic flexibility something or other. It's just some dynamic movement patterns, and I'm trying to get into that myself. I guess there's a animal movement pattern, kind of, I guess, regimen that's going on that a lot of yoga and Pilates people are getting into, a lot of athletes. But anyway, that besides the point. So I'm not going to get into that movement pattern, but I'm going to go into some mobility types of movement. So what we'll do is this: is we'll have the same warm-up stuff and the same intermission happening. I'm just going to give you four different movements, but there are two sequences, or maybe it's two sequences, four movements. I don't know. But the first round, I'll show you what you're doing on both sides of the body. So we're going to attempt to get 10 reps or cycles on one side, 10 cycles on one side, and then, of course, switch to the other side before we do our blah, 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 our sprint forwards and reverse coming back up. Sprinting forwards, reverse coming back up. So before we do that, we'll have these movement patterns here, and they will be awkward, as you already know, baby. But good. All right, so here we go. So I've already done that, and I don't have nearly enough room in here for what I want, for how I want to twist and contort. But you'll get the point after a couple of times seeing it. So look at it like really simple. We'll start off the same way. So my emphasis will be shoulders and triceps. Really want to get some rehab. So here I am, child pose-esque. This position, rock forward to my forearms, toes are placed down, pressing myself up. So I'm in kind of like this 4-point hover with this diamond position on my hands. I'm going to take a large step up forward. Bam, energize that back leg. Both palms are on the ground. Now, left hand, this is my right leg. Left hand comes up, forearm comes down, knee comes down. See my hand high under here? So I'm laying my forearm down. Then I'm going to actually keep that back leg activated, and I'm going to give me a little scorpion swing back as I stay in this plank position here. So I'm in this kind of a scorpion position, side oblique work happening there. So watch this thread through. So pulling my leg up, one of the little movements I kind of like, a little thread through, and I kind of slid myself down here because I'm going to get an oblique stretch by getting one tricep press. That tricep press right there. As I come back down, I'm going to energize, straighten my leg, and actually this leg is supposed to go back. So get that move right there, the tricep press up, oblique stretch. When I come down, I'm going to reach underneath, top leg goes back and behind me, so I'm reaching away, kind of like so, full extension, just so I get a little dynamic stretch, obliques, hip flexor, like so. I'm in this position, getting myself out of it, unpeeling, coming back up to a plank position, push, and I'm back at the top of that same movement pattern. All right, so here we go. Dropping down, forearm to the ground, top leg, scorpion, tail over, bottom leg, weave, thread through, slide down, tricep press up, coming down, reaching under, reaching through, back leg, reach and extend, unwind, press up, fold out, back to that position again, and I just repeat, recycle that whole blah, 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 that, bam, yeah. I recycle that movement pattern, my door's open, and I go ahead and get my run. And I'm back. I'll go ahead and get that run, so I'll sprint down, jog back on the reverse. So after you've done 10 on both sides of that first movement pattern, we'll go to the next movement pattern, And then we'll do those two things about 3 times if possible. And it should get done a little bit sooner, depending on how you grasp these movement patterns. Okay, so the hip flexor stretch on the first one, hip flexor and hamstring-ish. So hamstring, hip flexor stretch is my intention there, even as I go down here and I come back over here. So kind of pushing up right here, a little bit of hip flexor stretch going in that position. Okay, so that was that. Now, the beast. I don't know how we're gonna get this one done. So here we go. So I'll start down in a folded high downward dog-esque type of position, walking myself forward. So I'm on my palms. I really want you to give me a dive bomber push-up and come back up, just because it feels like it fits in here. So if I come down here and I come here, I need some back flexion, pushing myself back up to a downward dog. Front leg comes up, peel it underneath. Familiar pose right here for my, what's it called, pigeon pose. And then I'm coming down on both forearms, kind of peel and melt. And as I reach through here, I'm gonna press up with both hands, rocking over to my hip, rocking over to my hip. Now I'm on my forearm, my back is to you. Top hand comes up, back leg is secured, other leg's on top, right here, you see that? And I'm gonna continue to roll over onto this forearm. So I'm trying to navigate, flatten this foot on the ground. I'm rolling over onto my arm. I see you. Too much. So this foot right here, I still have that. Rolling over, I gotta get over quick. So this foot is here, and here's some power. Press up. Coming back down, rolling back over. Get back over. So this leg is here. Unpeel, unwind that top leg. Unwind that top leg. So my leg is still back behind me. I'm still coming up to this halfway pigeon pose. Now watch this, I call it a starfish. So this starfish position, push myself up, reach back, grab on, explode through the chest. So I'm here. So I had that pulled up, and now my release, coming back down to my beginning pigeon pose, to the beginning pigeon pose here, all right? So I can go back in reverse and do the same movement. So I'm here, press myself up. Coming back down, rolling back, top leg, right here, right here, right here, right here, right here, coming back, rolling over, right here, coming up, bam, just like so. Just like so. All right, so we're gonna see if we can get 10 of those on one side. 10 of those on one side, 10 on the other side. So as you go through that motion, I try to create a little bit of rhythm so that you can kind of see that rhythm pattern. So I'm gonna come on the other side here. So you can see that rhythm pattern. So now I'm coming down, folding down. So I'm in my pigeon-esque type pose. My foot on the other side of my leg. I'm folded up here. Tricep press to enter. Coming back down. Rolling back to my hip. Like so. Let me see if I can remember how to get in this position. So as I'm folding back, forward here, bringing my group together. Grabbing that shoe. Coming back over. I'm going to crash into things. Folding over, push up, come back, extend it out, press it up. It's already there, so I didn't get to lock it out. Ugh. Ugh. Extend it. Pigeon. All right, so that was a lot of movement. It's challenging, very different and challenging, but I really want you to use your whole body for kind of like just some functional dynamic movements here. So intentionally make sure you get deep into each one of these stretches. So I'm pushing to the max. When I come down, I'm kind of maxed out of range right here. So I want to make sure I get a stretch on my hip flexor there, because if you don't, those things will tighten up on you. Grabbing that ankle, this foot on top right here. So I'm just going to continue to roll in that direction. I'm just rolling over in this direction like so. This foot's going to end up flat on the ground. So my problem is my arm becomes a speed bump of sorts. So kind of like tucking my arm under as I roll with this foot in my hand. I'm rolling my elbow underneath to kind of give me a little bit of twist as I come up, like so. Coming back down, easy leverage when I come back this way. Kick it back under, arm comes under and through. Back into that kind of pigeon-esque type position like so. All right, so you won't have to worry about unwinding that. I just want you to work those movements just for a little bit of flexibility, some mobility, and some power with a little bit of balance challenge there. And if you videotape it, it might be kind of funny. See as you try to get in that position. But anyway, so you should get a lot of shoulder work, a lot of arm, upper body work, and hopefully some flexibility happening as well. All right, so hold them longer if you run out of time. Just hold those poses a little bit longer. I kind of wanted to build in some flexibility before the 3rd or 4th week. I don't know when I do it, but anyway, there you got it. Let me know. Peace.